Hello everyone, today we are now learning about civics and the chapter that is elections. So, what is election? What do you do generally in an election? You vote for some people. Now, the people who get maximum votes, they rule the country and the government. So this election is the procedure where the persons are chose by voting to represent the voters for running the government. Oh my god, yeah. On the basis of means of voting, you have two types of elections: direct elections and indirect elections. Direct elections is the election where the people vote directly. All the people which are there, they vote directly, the representative. But in indirect elections, the people elect their representatives, and these representatives, which are their elected representatives, the members, they elect the further representatives. So, members of Rajya Sabha are elected by the elected members of Lok Sabha. That is an example of that. In direct elections, the law regulates the qualification, age, etc. of voters and establishes eligibility requirements of state officials to see. Now, when you are very small, you don't know actually about what is happening, so you should not give a wrong vote. So for that, you have actually the government or the law checks ki, are you eligible for voting, the qualification and the age, are you matured enough to elect the correct person. If you have that maturity, then you are allowed for elections. But in an indirect elections, that is not done, because the if the represented which are there, they, of course, they are having all these qualifications and age and all those, so therefore that is all not checked. The eligibility requirement for state officials is same, so that of direct elections. Now in direct elections, you have a large body of voters, so almost all the adults and mature people, they vote, so they are called as electorate. But in indirect elections, many people choose some people, and then these some people only vote, therefore these are called as the therefore there is a small body of voters in indirect elections. In direct election, every adult holds the right to vote, while in indirect elections, only elected representative has a right to vote. The direct elections are held for the members of legislative assembly, members of Lok Sabha, while the indirect elections are for members of legislative council and Rajya Sabha, the president and the vice president. All these are elected by indirect elections. Then, on the basis of term, you have again three types of elections: the general election, mid-term election, and by-elections. General. Now, what is this term actually? What is this term? Term is the time period for which a government rules, a party rules. So that is the term, which is normally of 5 years. Now, general elections are which are normally held after every 5 years. Midterm election is when a state legislative assembly or Lok Sabha is dissolved before the completion of its full term of 5 years. Means before the 5 years term, if this body gets dissolved or gets a vote of no confidence, then this election the body is immediately removed from the government, so that there is no harm to the country further. Then is the by elections. This is held when the center of the state, that is there, means if the prime minister or the chief minister who is there, that seat falls vacant due to the death of that person or resignation of that person, then by elections are taken. So these are also may not be in the normal term. Election Commission. What is this Election Commission? We all know that election is a very important step. Means one vote can also change the future. So some people are there that from wrong means they get the post, like for doing ill practices with the country. What they do is that they give money to the people, and they tell them to, you take this money but you vote us. like this they do, or sometimes they force people to do, no, you have to vote this, otherwise you will be in a great trouble. So this should not happen. For this should not happen, election commission is made. Keeping in view the great impact and significance of elections, constitution has made detailed provisions for free and fair conduct of elections without any corruption in part 15 and article 324 to 329. As India is a federal country, it makes provision for holding elections for both central and state legislatives. Also, therefore, elections need to be free hand fair with wide separations. What is this composition of election commission? You have article 24, which has the clauses 1 to 6 which are there in this article 24. They deal with composition of elections commission and the other related issues. The chief election commissioner, that is the CEC, stands at the top of the hierarchy of this EC, that is election commission. From 1950 to 1989, the election commission was a single member constitutional body. That means only one member used to look after this. But in 1989, the law changed and two more members were added. So from there till present, we have 3 members in the election commission, the constitutional body. Then the CEC, the Chief Election Commission, was and the other election commissioners which are there, they were appointed by the president at the behest of prime ministers. That means the president used to appoint this CEC and other commissioners with the help of prime minister. While the regional election commissioners which are there, they used to appointed by the president and the consultation of election commission, which was already formed before. What does this election commission does is that it registers and recognizes all the political parties who want to be in the election. Then it fixes and conducts the dates of the elections. It also appoints the polling officers for the security. Also, scrutiny of nominated papers is done. What scrutiny? That is the checking of the nominated papers. Also, scrutiny of election expenses, that is the checking of what budgets is done. All that is also done by election commission. The allotment of symbol for the parties is also done by election commission, while preparation of electoral roll and all other advisory functions are also done by election commission only. So with this, we have nicely learned the chapter election. Thank you. I hope you must have understood this.